Hey, everybody. Welcome to another edition of the best podcast out there, the Refined Savage Podcast. Welcome aboard. And if you're new, hey, thank you very much for joining us. I'm glad you found the podcast. I think you're really going to enjoy it. Let's talk about Speakeasy Leather. Speakeasy Leather, minimalist design leather goods, handcrafted for a lifetime of style, use, and quality. Check them out at speakeasyleather.com. Hey, they've got knife holders. They've got wallets. They've got a whole bunch of different kinds of wallets. All these leather goods, you're going to love it. It's very classy looking stuff. You can get rid of that Velcro wallet. I know some of you still carry that your grandma gave you back in 1987. Get rid of that thing. Get yourself a cool wallet from Speakeasy Leather. And tell them we sent you. That would help us out a lot. That would be nice. Roadie Sport. Justin Roadie wants you to know about his Jolly Big Throws Clinic, December 21st. He also wants you to know about his shot put glove. The shot put glove is great if you're throwing like heavy stones, heavy shots, lots of volume. You want to make sure you protect those fingers because if you damage one of them, it could ruin your throwing for years to come. So check them out. He also makes closed loop leather lifting straps, which I have a pair of that are fantastic. Really good looking straps and heavy duty. They're not going to rip on you. Give him a shout at roadiesport.com and use the code SAVAGESPORT, all one word, all capitals, for a discount. Stay Classy Meats, Small Batch Farms, Bozeman, Montana. What you do is you go to stayclassymeats.com, you pick out the box you want. They have a variety of different types of boxes, and they ship you meat to your house, and it's fantastic. It comes in like a freezer box. You can do a build your own box, or they have different. I do the Elite box myself, which is 35 pounds of some of the best meat I've ever had in my life. I am 100% fueled on Stay Classy Meats. It's fantastic, guys. I'm just telling you. Small batch farms, humanely processed, no hormones, grass fed. Just the best around. The meat tastes fantastic, and it's super good for you. If you are not hunting your own meat, this is the only way to go. I'm telling you. Give them a holler. StayClassyMeats.com. Use the code SAVAGE at checkout for 10% off. Serious Steel. If you have to make your own gym, if you've got like a CrossFit gym you're trying to build, if you've got a home gym, a garage gym, basement gym, if you're in a big box gym, whatever you need, Serious Steel has all the equipment for you. There's no reason to go anywhere else. They're a one-stop shop for your strength needs. Bars, plates, kettlebells, whatever you need, give them a holler. On top of that, they've got some really cool gear on there, and their customer service is just beyond exceptional. Give them a holler, SeriousSteel.com. Use the code SAVAGE at checkout for 10% off. Warrior CBD, Nancy at Warrior CBD is the CBD oil guru. The best thing to do is go on Instagram if you have questions. Give her a direct message. She will answer all your questions, make sure you're headed in the right direction, and she'll get you hooked up with the products that work well for you. Where else can you get that kind of service from a CBD oil company where the owner will actually answer your messages and tell you what you should be taking? And she's fantastic at it, and she's helped me out a lot. And I am a big believer in CBD oil. You know, CBD oil is popping up all over the place now. You can buy it in gas stations and grocery stores. 99% of it is garbage. I know because I've tried it, and I've tried other companies too. Warrior's been my favorite. I can't say enough good things about these people. Look, everybody who is sponsoring the show, I love and adore. But Warrior CBD is the best around. Give them a holler at warriorcbdofficial.com and use the code WARRIOR20 off at checkout. If you've been to a strongman competition, if you've been to a powerlifting competition, if you've been to a Highland Games lately, you're going to see Cerberus equipment and gear all over the place, okay? Cerberus is the world leader in producing strongman, Highland Games, and powerlifting gear. Whether it's their awesome knee and wrist neoprene sleeves, or their wrist wraps, or their lifting straps. They have the figure 8 straps, which are just super heavy duty. I love their throwing bags. You've heard me talk about their indoor throwing bags. Really cool stuff for you guys who are throwing indoors. They also have sandbags for lifting. They have smelling salts. They have tacky. anything you could need to be better at strongman, to be better at Highland, to be better at powerlifting, or if you're just a meathead in your garage gym hitting it hard, Cerberus is the answer to your prayers. Give them a shout, Cerberus-strength.us, and use the code REFINEDSAVAGE10 at checkout for 10% off. Finally today, my brother, my boy, my homeboy, Evan Armstrong and Viking Coffee. He is making the best coffee around. I love it. I am so addicted to it, and I am just ruined for all other coffee. Store-bought coffee is garbage. Give Evan a holler at VikingCoffeeCo.com. Get yourself some old man strength coffee. Get yourself a mug and a hat while you're there. Buy all his stuff. He would appreciate it. We would appreciate it. Support these companies, folks. They're supporting the show. Viking Coffee 10 at checkout for 10% off. Today on the show, very, very cool conversation we had on the show. Paige Powers. Paige Powers out of the Detroit, Michigan area. She was the 2019 bronze medalist at the CrossFit Games teen division. So here's this girl, we bitch about on the show sometimes that the kids nowadays aren't hitting it hard. They're not getting after it. This girl is just amazing, and what a sweetheart. And her mom came in too, and they sat down and we had a nice conversation. I am really psyched to see how she does in the games this year, but this was a great interview, great conversation. I think you're really going to enjoy it. Please share this podcast with your friends and go to iTunes and leave us a review. Guys, it's super important. It takes you 2 seconds out of your life to help me out. Go there. It helps with, I don't know what it helps with. It helps, when you get more reviews, you get good reviews, iTunes bumps you up. That's what we want. We want more people to hear the show so we can get more guests on and then go from there. So please go to iTunes and leave us a review. Now, sit back with some Stay Classy meats and enjoy this interview with Paige Powers. We'll see you at the end. Nope.
Okay.
Is it blinking?
It's like just red.
It's solid. You're good to go.
Oh, okay.
Everyone,
Good.
the whole world can hear you now.
All right.
Try to figure out your technical difficulties here.
Yeah.
So not a bad trip down from Detroit?
No, it was pretty smooth.
Yeah?
Yeah. Not a ton of traffic, so that was nice.
Where are you training up there?
Barbarian CrossFit. It's in like Shelby Township, so
Okay.
about 45 minutes north of Detroit.
Barbarian CrossFit. I like that. I should actually bring me a t-shirt down or something. I always dig the names. But so how long have you been doing this?
About 2 years now. I started summer of 2017, and then I kind of just like dabbled in CrossFit, maybe did like an hour a week.
Right.
And then November-ish of 2017, I started like training more because I kind of like learned more about the games and what it was. And I was like, hey, that'd be pretty fun. So then I kind of amped up the intensity. And
who got you involved in the first place?
my friend Michaela, she was a gymnast, and she made it to the 2017 CrossFit Games. So when I quit gymnastics, she kind of like told me about it and kind of just tried it out.
It's such not an easy transition, but it's a lot easier to transition that way, I think, for gymnasts to come in. And
for sure. Yeah, we already know like all of the gymnastic skills, so that was a smooth transition.
We used to have a gymnastics center right next door to us, and they weren't there long enough to actually get anybody over here, but I thought for sure we would have girls, because sometimes girls get too big to do that stuff when they get into high school. And I would go over there and talk to the owner, and I'm like, geez, some of these girls should be snatching and cleaning instead of still tumbling, you know?
Yeah, but my old gymnastics center, they just started like dabbling in like weightlifting and like Olympic lifting and stuff. And they have one of the girls that used to be a gymnast, she coaches them now, so they're kind of like working on explosiveness, so it's pretty cool.
When you look at, I posted a picture, and it was actually in my timeline from Facebook. And you look at the American. It was a picture of the last American women's Olympic team, and then a picture of I think they were the silver Chinese team, and how much more jacked the girls from the U.S. are. They're all just super solid, and the girls from China are super thin. And I think that's something a USA Olympic lifting should look at. That why aren't we beating the Chinese? Well, it's the exact opposite with Olympic lifting in this country. So
for sure, yeah.
So you've been doing CrossFit for about 2 years now, and was last year your first time at the games?
Yes, 2018. I was in the girls 14-15 division, and then this year I aged up to the 16, 17. So
and you placed third last year?
Third last year, and then third again this year.
Okay.
In a different division. So.
Now, do you get the automatic qualifier to come back, or is there an automatic qualifier? You still have to qualify?
Not for teenagers. Yeah. You still have to go through the whole qualification process. We have the open, they take top 200 from that, and then the age group qualifier, and they take top 10. Mm-hmm. We don't really know what's like happening this year because they haven't released details. With the open being earlier, we don't know if the age group qualifier will still be in May, I think, or like a month after the open.
So what do you do for the age group qualifier?
I believe it was 5 workouts in one weekend. So you have like your Thursday to Monday, and you just submit all the workouts, and then
by video.
Top 10. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's kind of the same thing as the open, just shortened into one weekend.
Okay. So, and then they moved the open like 5 months earlier, right?
Yeah.
Now the game's going to be
October
earlier
10th.
too?
No, I think they're still going to be in August.
Okay.
Probably first week of August.
And it probably gives all the open competitors time to qualify through their sanction.
Yeah, because there's sanction events, sanctionals. Yeah. They have them, I think, starting early December or late November, all the way through like June. So that's kind of a long season for individuals. Yeah,
but it gives them plenty of time to get qualified. We just had I always screw her name up. Anyhow, her first name's Fee. She's from
Sagafi.
Yes.
Okay.
From I have to actually like look at her name in order to say because it sounds just like it's spelled, but I have to look at from CrossFit Mentality on last week. We recorded a podcast, so that'll be coming out. And she is.
She's a beast.
She's a beast, and I'm always surprised because you see these girls on TV and they look like they're going to be like 6'4".
Yeah,
she's this tiny.
They're so
thing.
tiny. Yeah.
Yeah. But she doesn't have any gymnastics background. She learned all that stuff through CrossFit, which is pretty cool. Yeah,
there's like a lot of my friends. I kind of always like assume they come from gymnastics background because they're so good. But I mean, I guess they just learned it by themselves. But it's pretty impressive.
Yeah, right?
It took me I've been walking upside down since I was 3 years old, so I can only imagine how long that'd take to learn.
I tried to do it, but literally that's the mobility I have in my wrist, so I can't walk on my hands
that's
at
not
all.
good.
I can't get it back.
Yeah.
So every time I try to push up, it just pushes me right back. So.
Yeah.
But I thought that would be cool to be able to walk on your hands, but I had people teaching me, and then they figured out that I didn't have any mobility in my wrist, so it probably wasn't going to work.
That helps.
Yeah. So how often are you training now?
4 hours a day now that school has started. Before the games I was training 6 hours a day.
Wow. When do you have time to do that?
I don't know. I kind of just fit it in my schedule. It just all works out. Now I just started for school. I'm doing 2 classes online and then 4 classes at my high school. Mm-hmm. And so now I'm able to train it from 5:30 to 7:30 in the morning, and then I go back in the afternoon for a couple hours.
I love it.
That's pretty nice.
Jeez. So what grade are you in?
11.
11.
Yep.
Wow. So 4 hours a day. That's tough, man. Now how is it breaking down? Are you doing I'm guessing you're not taking classes. You have a breakdown where you're doing some Olympic lifting and then some Metcons.
Yeah, typically I'll do the class wide. Mm-hmm. My coach programs everything from the class wide to all my programming. Mm-hmm. So I'll typically do that. That takes an hour, and then I'll do an hour of any sort of weightlifting, and then I'll do the last 2 hours will probably be either WODs or some sort of conditioning or ab work or stuff.
And who's your coach?
Adam Paulson.
Okay.
He owns Barbarian CrossFit. So I've been working with him since I started CrossFit, and he's phenomenal at programming.
That's pretty amazing. It's pretty rare that you stick with the same gym you started with.
He's just so awesome. I can't leave him. So yeah.
Very cool. And then I met you at Shane's place when you were coming out there.
Yes.
And you impressed the hell out of me when you were doing the yoke walks.
Yeah.
First time doing them.
Yeah. I mean, I guess it's kind of just ties with weightlifting, sort of. So I kind of had like the core strength and like strength to pick it up. But I knew it's typically always in the games, except this last year it wasn't. But
some kind of heavy carry.
Yeah, some sort of strongman thing. This year we had like sandbags, heavy sandbags. And last year we had the yoke. So
right.
Yeah.
I've seen them do the team stuff too with like the worm and.
Yeah, they always have the worm for the team.
Yeah.
I haven't tried that, but it looks fun.
What's it like getting to go? You know, you get to Madison. I mean, is it overwhelming when you first get there?
A little. I'd say last year, for my first year, it was a little more overwhelming, kind of just because it was one of my very first CrossFit competitions,
wow.
so I didn't really know what was going on.
Right.
I didn't know any of the girls. But, like, everybody's so nice there, so it kind of just, like, helps you to calm down.
Yeah.
And this year I was, like, pretty calm. I had a little bit of a oopsies on the first day. I got, like, in my head, but after that I just decided to have fun, and it worked out way better.
Do you remember the workouts they had you do this year?
I think they had us do 7 or 8 workouts.
Over 3 days?
3 days,
yeah.
Yep. So it was 3 workouts the first day, including a 6K ruck run.
Wow.
That was tough. It was super hot,
yeah.
so there was like people getting heat exhaustion, but luckily we had like cold water bottles, so we were like dumping on ourselves. We were the last heat to go, so they were like prepared for us. But
are your events similar to the adult games?
Some of them, the
too.
ruck run they did. We also did. I think that was the only one this year. I think we have a different programmer that does our stuff.
Right.
They're typically like shorter WODs, just so they can kind of like get us in and out. But I don't know. I guess it's kind of like your typical CrossFit WODs, except like it's a game. So if they want to throw a swim in there, like they can because they have that.
Have you had to do that yet?
Last year we did.
Yeah.
We had just a 500-meter swim. This year,
500 meters. That's a long swim. People don't understand that.
Yeah. I swim from my high school,
oh, do you?
So I kind of have like swimming under my belt.
Yeah.
That's usually like my favorite event. This year we didn't have one, so I was a little upset about that. But
they used to do those ocean water swims all the time. When
and Carson, that'd be a lot of fun.
I think that's Dave Castro thing because he said he was a SEAL and
for sure. At Wadapalooza, this year we did like a ocean water swim with like I think it was ski and double unders.
Right.
So that was like a super fun workout. We also did like a 5K beach run, and you'd have to like run in the water like 5 times or something like that. So that was pretty cool.
Waterpalooza's in Miami?
Yeah.
I don't know if I'd want to be doing ocean water swims down there, man.
It was a little
shark-infested water.
I was really scared about that, but once like competition mode kicked in, I was like, yeah, it's fine.
Yeah. I guess you're not thinking about it then.
Yeah.
So will you do like Wadapalooza again this year?
I'm not doing it this year. I just did the qualifier as an individual, kind of just to see like where I place and kind of just to like do it for fun.
Is it a team qualifier or is it just?
They have individuals since it's a sanctional, and then they have teams and teenagers. And last year I did it in the 13 to 15 division. I would be in the 16 to 18 division this year. But I kind of just decided, since like I already did it last year, I'm going to try to do some like sanctionals and travel around to some other places.
It's probably good. You're going to get a feel for what that's like in a couple of years when you have to do it as an adult competitor.
For sure. Yeah. So I kind of just want to like dabble in that, see how I do. And
Fee said she went all the way to Italy to do a sanction event, which was crazy to me.
Yeah, I don't know if I do one that far, but I was kind of thinking about the Iceland one. I've always wanted to go to Iceland.
Let me tell you
that'd
something.
be pretty cool.
We went in 2016, and I'll tell you, you should definitely go to Iceland. Iceland, we flew in. We were doing. I was competing in the Masters World Highland Games Championships. So we flew in, and it was an overnight flight, and we touched down, and you get out of the airport, and the scenery is like nothing you've ever seen before.
That's what I heard.
It's like the surface of the moon.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So we went up and we lifted a couple stones up north, and then we did the competition. We were there for like 5 days, and the people are super friendly.
That's awesome.
And everyone is really cool. And like Reykjavik, downtown Reykjavik is wonderful, and you can go into like little coffee shops, and the scenery is just out of control. Then you go like, you guys can go to the Blue Lagoon, and it's like an outdoor natural spring hot tub.
Oh, that's so cool.
So we went there at like 7 in the morning, and just it's cold. It was like it was like 50 degrees in June, and you swim out, into the hot tub from indoors. You start indoors, so it's not so bad. Then you swim out,
cool.
and it's just like acres and acres of this hot tub, natural spring hot tub. And the people are very cool. We went to CrossFit Reykjavik, where all the girls train, and we didn't see any of them. But I did meet Annie Thorsdottir in a
I love Annie.
restaurant.
She's my favorite.
It was very cool because she, I was just happy. We were looking for food, so we just happened to be in this restaurant. But it ended up being like a vegan restaurant, so we didn't want to eat there. But I looked and I'm like, that's Annie Thorsdottir, because it's right across the street from CrossFit Reykjavik. And I went up to get a picture with her, and I didn't notice she was on her phone. And I said, "Hey, Annie," and she turned around. And she's like, told her friend, "I'll call you back."
Yeah.
I mean, she didn't have to take a picture with us. It was just
Yeah,
very
that's
nice of her.
awesome. Yeah, she's like such a good person. Sweetheart at CrossFit.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
I love all those girls from Iceland. But if you get the chance, you should definitely go. It's an amazing trip, and it's definitely cool. If you've never been to Europe, that's a good way to start.
Yeah, I haven't. So I'm kind of looking forward to that.
Yeah.
So
what do you do? Are you on like the swim team at school too?
Yeah, just a high school swim team. I don't really, because of CrossFit, I don't practice as much as like all the other girls.
Yeah.
But I still like go to all the meets. It's a ton of fun. Everybody's so nice on the team. It's so much energy. And this past Tuesday, I just qualified for our county meet. So they have like there's certain times that you have to get, and finally qualified for one of the events. So I'm super excited about that.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. But swimming still got a ways to go, doesn't it, before like states and everything?
Yeah, it's like states are like the crazy good people. They swim like all year round and stuff. So I don't really plan on making that, but
well, you're 4 hours a day training for something else. I can probably see. Are you still getting like gymnastics practice in too? Are you doing that separately or just part of your workouts?
No, it's just usually a part of my workouts. Occasionally I'll do, if the class is doing like a skills work for gymnastics, I'll hop in on that. Yeah. But besides for that, it's usually just in my WOD, so.
What, when you get to Madison, what are you hoping you don't see? Like, what is the one thing where you're like, I don't want to do that?
Typically running.
Yeah.
But, I mean, the 6K ruck run was actually really fun this year.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if I'd say fun, actually. It was more like,
fun.
It was more just like, I was excited that I got to do it, and like, I didn't pass out after. But, yeah, typically running, I'm not a huge fan of it. I should probably do more. But,
yeah. You know what? It's hard for people up north to do this because, come next month, all the garage doors are going to start getting shut up, and nobody runs for
snow and ice.
Couple of months,
Yeah. So it's hard to get back in the groove of, like, once it turns spring or summer, it's like hard to get back into it since you took a few months out.
I know a couple of years ago they did the true running treadmills.
The true forms.
Workouts.
Yeah, there's like, our gym doesn't have one of those, but I go to, my friends, I go to a gym in Rochester, they have one, so I'll occasionally do like track workouts on that. And
I want to get one.
It's a great but horrible piece of
Right.
machine at the same time. It's a lot of fun.
I don't like having to stop the running in, once winter comes, because it is.
Yeah.
Everybody hates it, but it's so good for you.
It is, yeah.
Everyone should be doing it. But yeah, I hate having to shut the garage doors, and we don't get to do that again for the whole year.
Yeah.
So what's tomorrow? What are you doing tomorrow?
Tomorrow I have a strongman competition, my first one, so I'm super excited. Which
one is this?
It's a Captain America.
Okay.
It was it's a fundraiser for somebody that died at their gym.
What gym is this?
I don't remember which gym. But
Mom's driving.
It's in Defiance, yeah. I just know it's in Defiance.
Here in Ohio.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. So Shane, he told me about it. Mm-hmm. He has the Apollo, and they're gonna be supplying for the event. So he told me that it's like pretty lightweight, so it'll be super fun. And
teen division?
No teen division. So I'll be in the lightweight female. I think it's like 1 to 160 pounds or something like that.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm 150, so I'll be on the heavier side of that, which kind of works out to my advantage.
Right,
but,
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I'm super excited. I love all strongman things. It's something different from CrossFit, so it'll be fun.
We have people come in here all the time that are like, we had a team come in here training for the Granite Games last year.
Yep.
And they just wanted to learn how to do yokes, logs, and stones, And
yeah.
I think you start seeing more, because it's as functional as you can get as far as functional fitness is concerned.
Yeah, for sure.
You start to see it more and more.
Yeah.
But yeah, and is Mom involved in CrossFit too?
She is. After the 2018 games, I kind of like nudged my whole family to get into CrossFit. So now my mom, dad, and brother are in it. My brother's at Tennessee Tech, so he goes to CrossFit Mayhem currently. Yeah, so a little jealous about that, but it's okay.
What are you jealous of?
That he gets to work out at CrossFit Mayhem.
Oh, he's at Mayhem.
It's like, yeah, it's such a cool gym. We just went for to visit him, and they had like a AMRAP for Autism charity event, so we got to do that, and that was a lot of fun. But yeah. So my whole family, we got them hooked, so they love it.
Well, it's addictive.
It is, for sure.
It's the only. I always tell people, whether you like the word CrossFit or the company CrossFit or not, functional fitness is the best thing that's happened. I've been in this business since I was 12 years old. I've been working out since I was 12, so 1987. It's the best thing that's happened to fitness that I can remember. Because it's gotten so many people who wouldn't necessarily be working out into a gym and working out.
Yeah, and it's fun. Like, the environment is so awesome. You get to push yourself against, like, the whole class every day. I think that's, like, my favorite part because I'm super competitive. So, like, when I get to join the class WOD and do it with, like, the whole, like, gym, it's, like, I get everybody to push me, and then it's, like, you kind of want to go as hard as you can, so.
So he's had 2 teams come out of that gym, right, that made it to the CrossFit Games, you and your friend? 3.
Yeah, so me, Michaela, and Sonia. Sonia competed with me in the 14-15 last year, and then Michaela was in the 16-17 last year. So Michaela's a year older than me. And Sonia, she kind of went more towards the direction of, like, weightlifting, and she wanted to do school sports more. And then Michaela, she's a diver, so she's kind of focusing on that more this year so she can get a scholarship.
That's interesting.
Yeah, so I was training with all of them last year, and then this year I didn't really have anybody except there's this one girl, she's trying to make it to the games as well, so I train with her.
Is she a teen or is she older?
She's 16, so she's my age.
It's like a teen CrossFit factory coming out there.
Yeah, it is. It's all the old gymnasts that go to our gym.
I'll have to get his name again from you when we leave, and I'll give him a holler. Maybe we'll get him on the show too.
Yeah, I'm sure he'd love that.
You're producing that many people, out of one gym, and anyhow, I like the name, so
yeah.
But I'll give him a holler and see about getting him on the show. I love CrossFit athletes and getting them on here. You're the third one we've had on, and we've got another one coming on Sunday. Who she's coming on. She didn't quite make it last year. I think she was a regional competitor, and then I don't know what they did with this. I'm still confused with the whole sanction. Do you know why they moved the Open? Is it just to get the sanction going?
I assume that it's for, like, so it's kind of like the Open, and then you had the whole, like, sanctional
season.
But, yeah, I'm not really sure.
Some people were complaining about it online, but it's like, you know what, sports evolve, they change.
I mean, it is what it is. You kind of just have to deal with it.
Yep.
It's kind of like a little crammed with the games. I didn't get much time off, but, I mean, we're just going to try our best, and that's all you can do. So
it's not, you probably don't have an off season. It's not like you're out of shape right now.
Not really, no. I took a week off, so that was about
good for
all
you.
My off season was. But
how drained are you after that weekend? I mean, is it just brutal, or are you just having too much fun?
This year I was pretty sore, especially from the ruck run. Sunday I could barely squat, and we had a 2-rep max overhead squat.
Oh, wow.
So that was a little rough, but once the whole weekend started, it's kind of like a relief because it's more like mental than physical. Yeah. But it's kind of nice to, like, get the week off and, like, eat whatever you want. As soon as I was done, I ate a whole can of Frosting.
Yeah.
So that was nice.
It's the one time you don't have to feel bad about that.
Yeah, exactly.
You might as well do it.
I ate so many calories in junk food that week, but hey,
you know what, though?
Okay.
You probably couldn't have ate enough calories after that, you know?
Yeah.
It's like these guys going through special operations training in the military where they just tell you have to eat and eat and eat because you can't eat enough.
Yeah, for sure. I just started a nutrition program before
I was
the
going
summer.
to ask you about that.
I'm to Performance Nutrition. Mm-hmm. My coach is Mike Malloy. It's absolutely awesome. So he gives me,
what were the major differences how were you eating before you jumped on the program?
I was
just straight up pizza
definitely
and hot dogs.
No, I still ate, like, very clean.
Mm-hmm.
I just didn't eat enough.
Mm-hmm.
So once I started with him, before the games, my macros were, like, 420 grams of carbs, I think 155 protein and, like, 75 fat. So as before, like, I was eating maybe 200 grams of carbs. So once I started eating more, I got more energy, and that definitely showed in the gym.
Yeah.
So I really enjoy that. It's still a little new, so I'm still kind of trying to figure some things out. We just started, meal prepping at home. Mm-hmm. I was on kettlebell and trifecta, but I feel like it's kind of better with our own cooking just because it's a little more flexible. But, so...
Well, and it's a good skill to learn, you know? You don't have to do that the rest of your life and make sure you're fueling yourself properly. And you never know if these companies are going to be around to send you meals. My wife does meal prepping for... I don't know, 7 or 8 different people, and it's a lot of work.
It is. Yeah, we're still like
Mom is tired of meal prepping.
Yeah, we kind of have like our weekly menu is kind of the same thing, so I don't really venture out that much. But I'm also allergic to gluten, so can't have.
You're one of those people.
Yep, can't have many things, but we figure it out. Yeah.
So you're training 4 hours a day.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to school. What else? What are we looking at outside of CrossFit? Do you have hobbies? Do you have interests? Are you going to football games? You know?
Not really.
No?
I'm kind of more of a homebody anyways.
Yeah.
I've gone to maybe one football game in my entire life. Not a fan. I don't really like parties, so kind of like it's kind of better that I have CrossFit to like keep me occupied.
Yeah. Well, it's definitely better than getting into trouble. And
it is. Stuff. It is. There's like 7 Michigan teens that went to the games that all live within like a half hour of each other.
That's crazy.
So we'll like on the weekends we'll like go out to the movies. We just saw It 2, and I hate scary movies, so that was a little awful. But yeah, we have a lot of fun. So
well, that's good. You got your peer group, and it's a good peer group to have around because they're all on the same train, going to the same places. What do you have to do this season to go from third to top of the podium?
Honestly, just like same thing I've been doing. I just got back with my sports psychologist, so I'm really hoping that'll help. Like I already see like in the gym, like a flip from like negative attitude to positive, and that's really been helping. So kind of just tying like everything together this year, training, nutrition, and like mental, because I mean all sports are pretty much 90% mental. So I think that'll like really help. So kind of just like do the same thing I've been doing. And
one of the things when I first started throwing professionally is I read a book called Red Gold. And it was a sports psychology book from the Soviet Union, which is before your time.
Yeah.
And it was a huge help getting me into a place where I could throw far and get negative self-talk out and learn to energize yourself. And so it is a big difference.
It is, yeah. So, yeah, I'm like I've been thinking about what I want to do with my life too. I wasn't really sure, and then once I'm taking AP psychology in school, and so once I saw my sports psychologist, I was kind of like thinking like, oh, I kind of want to do this for my job. So kind of like I've been like reading books about sports psychology, so I'm really into it. So hopefully it'll help.
Do you have any idea where you want to go to school?
No idea.
Yeah.
Kind of thinking.
You're a junior. You need to start thinking about this stuff.
I know. Well, I just figured out what I want to do with my life, so kind of thinking like, I know University of Knoxville in Tennessee, they have a good sports psychology.
I've been there. I've been down there.
Peru. I really like Tennessee, so kind of thinking about that. But
did you say Purdue or Peru?
Purdue.
I was going to say, don't go to Peru. That wouldn't be good.
No, not Peru. Purdue.
Thank you, Mom, for that assist.
Yeah.
Well, that's awesome. And well, you're young. You may change your mind 16 times before you graduate, but when you go, I mean, are you planning on doing CrossFit as a competitor, like after high school? Try to do it as an open athlete?
Yeah. As for now, yes, but I'm kind of just like taking it day by day, and like if I still like it, then like sure, I'll try and make it as an individual. But
it's a good way to look at it. It's a really good way to look at it.
In gymnastics, I did that for my whole life. I felt like, what am I without gymnastics? So I was kind of like hesitant to quit, but now that like I kind of feel like I guess more free now to like just do what I want, because life's so short, so I might as well like do what makes you happy.
Keep that attitude for as long as you can.
Yeah.
This isn't life and death, and the athletes who a lot of times succeed have that attitude where they're so relaxed and are able to put things out of their brain, and your whole world does not revolve around the athletics you do. We have a lot of people in here who have come to that realization, but they come to that realization when they're in their 40s, not when they're 16 years old. So good on you. That's great.
Thank you. So my dad, he had melanoma in his neck. Yeah. So that was kind of scary for our whole family.
Was this like, recently?
What, 2 years ago? Uh-huh. So he had to have like a major surgery. It was stage 3 melanoma. And so that was like seeing him go through that surgery, like he was just like miserable after, and that like really kind of like turned my view on life too.
Makes sense.
Is you can like die from like cancer or like in a car crash the next day, so might as well like do what you want, like
absolutely.
So that kind of was an eye opener. So
he's okay now.
He is. Yep. He just had another spot in his abdomen. He got that removed. Much smoother surgery. But he's a firefighter, so he's constantly working, and that's kind of, we're thinking it's So I had, like, the original spot had something to do with, like, masks and, like, like, contamination with, like, chemicals and fires and stuff.
Yeah, you never know. I mean, anything. My wife is she works in an infusion lab, so she's the nurse manager. So they're constantly giving chemo and stuff. And,
yeah, that's what my mom does.
Oh,
actually.
really?
Yeah,
Cool.
so,
yeah, she works for the VA.
Yeah. Once she was an ER nurse for like 16, 17 years.
God,
so
rough.
Once she switched into that, my dad got cancer. So it was a little like weird timing, but. Yeah, so she knows like all that stuff, and
yeah, it's a blessing and a curse that you know that stuff. I had a friend who last year got diagnosed with leukemia, and before he got the diagnosis, he was on his way to the hospital because he was bruising really badly. And when my wife heard about it, you could just look on her face. That was just like, this isn't good. And I'm just like, what do you know? What should I know?
Yeah.
And then she told me, and she guessed it before he even got diagnosed, which was crazy. But
yeah, that's kind of like you now, working with all the cancer patients. But
it's a good field, though.
Yeah, she loves it.
It's a great field. Yeah.
We get she deals with vets who are sometimes a little bit combative and crazy and off their meds, and but other than that, it's a good deal. But well, that's good. You'll both be in the medical field then, kind of, sort of.
Yeah, I from a young age, I knew that I didn't want to be like a nurse or like physical therapist. Like I've always been into health, but I don't like touching people at all, so that would not be a great field for me. So I figured
another thing is that functional medicine that people are getting into now, and it's like a mix of nutrition and psychology and physical well-being. And that fee, that's what she's going back to school for.
Okay.
And we had another girl in here, Bridget Titgamer, who is partners with Julie Fouché, and they're both involved in it. So
that's cool.
It's like a new field, and
that's interesting.
Yeah,
I'll have to look into that.
They deal with treting medical problems from the root instead of giving pills and medicine. They're going back and trying to figure out health-wise, is your diet screwed up? Is your gut biome off?
Yeah.
But they have a big branch here at the Cleveland Clinic. The guy who actually invented the whole program is out here at the Cleveland Clinic, and now they've got all these offshoots of it.
Yeah.
So and then I'm interviewing a guy next month from Ohio State who's in charge of a program called Barbell Medicine, where they actually do medicine for like CrossFit athletes. That why are people blowing their Achilles tendons out?
Yeah.
Why are there shoulder injuries? What are they doing? What can we show them differently that they're not seeing in their training? So that's awesome. All these new stuff, but a lot of this has come out of CrossFit, because
for sure
it's a whole new movement.
Yeah, it's definitely a growing sport. Yeah. So still new. So, even at my school, I try to get as much people to join as possible because it's it changes people's lives.
So when you went to the CrossFit Games, did you get like a send off? Did your classmates? Was anyone there with the big giant heads?
Not really. Not many people know about CrossFit.
Right.
Like a lot of people will ask me what it is, and of course I don't know how to explain it because
impossible.
It's pretty much just everything. But last year I went with the 3 girls, so that was pretty cool. We had a little party at my gym. We had one this year with all of our members and stuff. So. That was a lot of fun.
Everybody's supportive. That's good.
Yeah.
You want to go to a football game tonight? My son's playing tonight. I could, maybe you two could do prom. You have a day for prom yet or anything?
I don't. Nope.
I'm just kidding. He's going to kill me now.
Yeah, I'm not planning on going to homecoming. I went last year, but again, I'm not a huge fan of that stuff. So, yeah. It's kind of just gonna chill that night, go to the gym, like usual.
Yeah, I could tell you that I don't know. It's probably a good thing, that you're more of a training, disciplined kid. It's rare. that you even see kids working out. I get so many kids in here that, you know, they come in and they just don't have the desire.
Yeah,
to work hard, and that's something that's
for sure
great. Do you feel as though that is that competitiveness that you have? Did that come out of gymnastics, you think, or
probably? I started gymnastics at a really young age. I quit for like a year or two and tried basically every single sport imaginable. Yeah. I suck at sports with any sort of ball, so that eliminated that, like, all of those sports. Then, like, I just love gymnastics and the competitiveness, so I went back into it. And once I quit, like, going from, I think it was, like, maybe 20 hours a week to, like, absolutely nothing, that was, like, not okay for me. Sure. So once I got into CrossFit and, like, realized that there's, like, competitions, I went to a competition to watch my friends, and I was like, this is awesome. So that's
cool.
when I really got into it.
Ultimate meathead competition. You know?
It is.
It's very cool.
Like, the first one, I was like, what is this, like a cage fight?
Right.
But yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah. I had my son in gymnastics when he was like 4, 5, and 6. Yeah. And I tell parents it's the best thing you can do for your kids because they learn body awareness, and balance, and strength. And,
for sure.
You know, he could do handstands and handstand push-ups at like 6 years old, which I mean,
that's awesome.
It's the best thing you can do for your kids. If you're listening out there, put your boys and girls in gymnastics.
Yes, do it.
Even if it's not like they don't have to be on a team. He did it in like a local YMCA, but it was great for him.
For sure.
Well, where can people find you, like, on Instagram if they want to, like, follow you?
So my Instagram is _Paige, Paige, and then _Powers, Powers. That's pretty much the only social media that I use.
You're going to get, like, 100 new followers after this.
Hey, I'm good with that.
Start putting out T-shirts or something. Selling them.
Yeah, I just did, I'm an ambassador for United Lifters. Okay. So this year for the CrossFit Games.
What is United Lifters? I'll look them up here.
They're I think they have like 127,000 followers or something. They're a meme account. They have great stuff. It's really funny. But they also have like clothing. So I asked them to make a shirt for me, and they made like an awesome shirt. It had like powers with an American flag. It was really cool. So we sold that.
Are they already out? Did it already come out?
Yeah, we did it like the summer leading up to the games, just to like fundraise a little money since it's so expensive with like gas and hotel.
Well, if you do another one, let me know. I'll put it up on our Instagram page.
Awesome, thank you.
Jump on it.
Yeah.
And our barbarian apparel's coming. We'll have to get
barbarians. Yep, we have new barbarian.
Well, I want to get your coach on too. So
yeah, we can probably make that happen. Yeah. He'd be really excited.
Very cool. Well, man, I want to thank you for coming down.
Thanks for having me.
We'll do it again maybe after you podium or hit that top of the podium this year.
Yes.
You'll have a lot more people pulling for you now. I'm psyched about it. And good luck tomorrow in Defiance.
Thank you.
Tell Shane. Is Shane going to be there?
I believe so.
Tell him I said hello.
Yep. And will do.
And that was a fun podcast. I love Shane, so he's a good dude.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah. And if you ever want to come down to train, let me know. We'll get you in here and you can lift some stones around and stuff.
Yeah, sounds good.
Paige Powers and Mom.
Yes.
This has been the Refined Savage. See ya.